The superposition shows that the fundamental constituents of our universe can't be defined with singular properties. Instead, they seem to act like probability clouds. In the Copenhagen interpretation, the act of measuring a particle is thought to collapse the probability space into a single reality. This selection process happens in a fundamentally random way, and so we call it non-deterministic. Not even an all-powerful God could predict the selection that goes on behind the scenes. This all sounds pretty extreme, so here's something much easier to understand. Incalculably many, eternally branching, parallel universes, each one containing every conceivable possibility that could ever or would ever happen. If Schrödinger's cat is in a superposition of states, then why stop there? What if the probability space extends beyond the cat, the box, includes the observer, and indeed the entire universe? Say we open the box and the cat's alive. This is just because we're in a complete timeline where the radioactive decay never happened. Many Worlds offers a completely deterministic explanation for quantum mechanics. Many Worlds was first proposed by Hugh Everett in his 1957 PhD thesis, proposing that every time quantum states diverge, reality splits into different branches, each with a different world and a different timeline. These contain every possible version of the universe since the Big Bang. Many physicists think it's ridiculous to posit all of these extra universes just to avoid collapsing the wave function. A bit like buying a new house just to avoid tidying your room. Like that would make any sense. However, the Copenhagen interpretation also posits many worlds, in this case though, in the superposition of a quantum system. Here they are merged into a single timeline, whereas in many worlds they diverge and branch from one another, but never vanish. This leads to the following question: how do we actually determine which interpretation is best? Over the centuries, different theoretical virtues have been used to access the truth of different hypotheses. Three of these are explanatory power, unification, and simplicity. Some argue that many worlds is simpler than Copenhagen, as we don't need to explain wave function collapse. However, others argue that Copenhagen is the simpler explanation, as we don't need to postulate other existing universes. This demonstrates a difference in qualitative and quantitative simplicity, ideas and things, with no overall consensus having been reached. So maybe in another parallel universe you will get that Porsche and the island in the Bahamas, but don't let this get you down. There's still huge disagreement as to whether or not we should accept this interpretation.